Hey there, everybody. It's Maggie from Personal Euphoria with today's plank story. So pick your favorite move. If it's plank, I'd love to hear how it felt. But even if you pick another move, it doesn't matter, right? Put it in the comments. Did the movement feel good? Are you not going to pick that one again? Or are you just listening to story time and you're admittedly not moving? Not the end of the world. One day you'll move. I've just heard from a few people that they don't always do an exercise with our plank story, but that's okay. I'm happy to have you listen. All right, let's get the clock on for those of you moving. All right, so this weekend, Matt and I went to a wedding, and it was great on so many levels, right? Like, it was just nice to see everybody be happy. I've really appreciated this year anytime we've gotten to do something that kind of like got taken off the table for the year of COVID, just to like feel like we're getting back to a sense of normal celebrations and joy. But, and again, let me know if you recognize this reference. You know, the groom and the groomsmen were all standing, and the bride came down and met them. It was a beautiful setting, and the justice of the peace was there, and he opened his book, and he goes, Marriage is what brings us together today, which of course set off a bunch of laughter because he was referencing, if you don't know, The Princess Bride. So if you're not familiar with The Princess Bride, the basic concept is there's like this evil prince Humperdinck, and he's gonna marry this woman who's in love with someone else, and that other man is trying to get to her and rescue her before the wedding, before she's basically forced to marry Prince Humperdinck. And the priest has a speech impediment, so the wedding is going slow, and then the evil prince basically says, you know, because it's taking so long, skip to the end. And this bride and groom decided they weren't just going to say that opening line and get a good laugh. They had the justice of the peace run through the whole scene, and then the groom goes, skip to the end. And so the justice of the peace says, do you have the wings? And the best man handed him the rings, and they got married. It was like a 5-minute ceremony, and it was hilarious. But I will say, it did seem, you know how like you have the bride and the groom side. It sounded to me like one side was laughing hysterically from the opening line, and that the other side was quiet, as if maybe they had not seen The Princess Bride. And so then I thought that would be awful if they're not familiar with this movie. They just think we're all jerks laughing at this poor justice of the peace with a speech impediment because the guy did great. So anyway, it was a lot of fun. If you are not familiar with The Princess Bride, I say watch it. It's a feel-good movie. It holds up. It's still good. Just a lot of fun. And I think you'll enjoy it. I don't think I'm leading you astray. That's a 2-minute and 30-second plank. I hope you have a wonderful day. As always, keep moving.